whether this one person looks at me as a prize or not, that's on them. I'm not in competition with the guy that I'm dating to show him how big of a catch am I. Hey guys, it's Jermaine and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time on my channel, I just want to say welcome. My name is Jermaine. I make videos about the fat acceptance, fat liberation, body positive movement. I share with you guys my thoughts in this community and also how they influenced my life back when I was obese myself. I believed in a lot of their teaching. I felt for a lot of their lies. And then somewhere along the way, I had an epiphany. I decided to change my life. I lost a bunch of weight and now I'm here exposing the fat acceptance movement. Besides doing just that, I also like talking about things that matter to me, giving my 2 cents on things that are on the internet. It has me like, wait, what? I don't agree with this. I love sharing my thoughts on those stuff with you guys. So if you're into those kind of videos, you like to hear my take on stuff, then you might want to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell because I upload new videos at least once a week. And if you're returning to my channel, I just want to say, welcome back. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for being a part of my little family here on YouTube. I love you guys and appreciate you so much. So my biggest mistake, I feel like in my 20s, one of my biggest mistake I feel in my, I want to say late 20s, was to listen to dating advice from hurt or broken women. Hurt women or broken women that never really healed, that decide to go on the internet and start giving advice to other young women. Those advice really influenced the way I viewed dating in my late 20s. And why I'm saying late 20s was because I'm kind of a late bloomer, I want to say, because since I was like in high school until my early 20s, I was never really into dating or thinking about boys. Partially, I think it's because I grew up with a single mom and my mom kind of drilled in my sister and my head to focus on like building yourself or having a career, making sure that you are financially okay. Yes, I did like boys. I would have crushes here and there, but when it comes to like dating or thinking about relationships, it never crossed my mind. I just liked looking at boys. That's about it. So in that sense, I feel like I was kind of a late bloomer. In my towards my later 20s, I started losing weight. I started like traveling and doing fun stuff, going out here, going out there. So until COVID hit. So during COVID, I watched a lot of YouTube like everyone else. And during that time, I started to feel a little like lonely because I wasn't seeing my friends. I wasn't going out to do anything. I started feeling like, you know what? I think I'm ready to find love, or so I thought. So I go on the internet and I spend a lot of time watching videos about relationships, about dating. And I found a lot of videos from feminist kind of women, not the positive feminists. I want to say it's more leaning towards a negative feminist, who are like, you don't need any man, like you're the prize. Men are just trash and you don't need the guy. He needs to prove himself to you and all that. To a certain extent, I agree partially. But then as I grew up and as I genuinely like started dating and started going out with people, I realized something. The common theme from all of these videos was like, don't be too much yourself. Like if you care, don't care too much. Don't be too yourself. Hold back. Let the other person prove themselves to you. If a guy can sleep around with a bunch of people, so can a woman. Like all of this kind of teaching. And I felt like it was trying to shape me into somebody that I wasn't. If he texts you, don't text him back too quickly because it shows like you're not doing anything else but you're just waiting for his text. You get the gist, you know what I'm saying. So mixed with the fact that boys were never really on my mind until my late 20s, I kind of fell for all this teaching because I knew nothing about guys. So I've never been in those relationships where I got my heart broken. I've never been in like toxic relationships with a toxic guy. As I'm speaking, I just remembered one thing. I did get in like a toxic relationship one time in my life. I think I was like 21, but I didn't even realize that I got in a relationship because we were friends and like I really started to care for this person, and then along the way I realized I was being used by this person. But that was during my fat days with no self-worth days, okay? And that was like a one-time thing. But in general, I was never the kind who was like, let's go on dates, let's meet guys, let's go out in the town at nighttime. Like I wasn't doing any of that. So with all this teaching, I felt like I was trying to make myself into someone that I wasn't. I was making myself become somebody that I thought I should be in order to instill self-worth when I actually already had self-worth. But I have to like put on this persona so that I get to show you that I know I have self-worth, which is crazy.
Just because you found someone who's piqued your interest doesn't mean that you should then take yourself off the market. You should be on the fucking market until they take you off the market. If you're going to just lay all your cards out on the table, put all your eggs in one basket with somebody who hasn't done the same for you, that does more for them than it does for you. Like you're then cutting yourself off to all the other options, and God forbid this doesn't work out. You're going to hate this person because you feel like they wasted your time. But in reality, maybe you allowed your time to be wasted.
Here's my unpopular opinion, okay? I feel like people need to just be intentional with what they're doing. As a woman or a man, I think you just need to be intentional with why you're dating somebody. Like if you're dating someone and if you're thinking long term, like, can we just be intentional about it without having to follow this step-by-step guide on the do's and don'ts in order to keep this person interested? Like, can we just be ourselves? I don't know about you, but I hate the concept of dating so many other people while you're dating someone until you're officially in a relationship. Then you stop dating other people. As someone who practices celibacy, because I don't believe in sex before marriage, for me, I'm not saying that everybody should do it, I'm saying for me, okay? I'm a Christian, I love God, I believe in saving yourself for marriage, okay? That's me. But I do date around, I do date people, I do get to know people and stuff like that. I feel like just dating one person and having to remember things about one person is overwhelming enough. To have to think about 3 different people's birthdays, the story about their family, their brothers and sisters, their favorite food, like random facts about themselves that they probably told me on their first or second date. Like, to have to remember one person's information is already overwhelming enough. To date more than one person and remember all these things, that in itself tells me that you're not intentionally dating. So I cannot imagine having to be intimate with 3 other people at the same time. To me, that's just crazy. I don't know. Because I feel like when you sleep with someone, that it takes something from you. Like, you're giving a part of yourself away to the person. So if you're being intimate with all the multiple people that you are dating at the same time, to me, I feel it's not worth it because you're giving a piece of yourself to all these people. So I feel like part of it is to each its own. And I get that this kind of advice is because for some people, they meet someone after like 2-3 dates, you think this is the one, and then you fall in love so quickly and you put all your hopes and dreams in this one person, and then suddenly you realize no, they didn't feel the same way about you. I get that, which is why I feel like when you're dating someone initially, like, you need to use a little bit more of your head and less of your heart. I feel like the dating stage is you guys just getting to know each other, seeing if you share the same principles, same values. Again, I'm not saying this for everyone. I'm kind of sharing more so for people who share maybe similar values as myself, where you're thinking long term, you're thinking marriage type of thing. I would assume that you would kind of know exactly what you want in a person, and so the beginning stage is kind of you dating the person more mental than feeling. But I feel like the whole concept of dating multiple people at the same time, to me, it shows that you're not invested in any of these people. I feel like as if I'm running an audition and I'm not genuinely getting to know these individual people because I want to know who they are. I'm kind of just like glancing through. I'm not desperately looking for the one, so I'm not like running an audition here. To me, how I look at relationships and dating is I know exactly what I want and what I'm looking for. But at the same time, I'm not prowling and searching. Like, my whole life's purpose is not to find the one. I believe that you should have a full life whether you found the one or not. Your life as an individual should already be full and should already be happy. And then you meet a guy and that guy is now an addition to your already full life. It's not like I don't have a life until I find the one, and hence I need to date like 5, 6, 7 people at the same time until I find the one. Do you know how much time that takes out of your life to be constantly dating a bunch of people? Imagine you date one person, right? And you're going out with that person once a week. Imagine dating 3 people. Like, where do you find the time to do other stuff that makes you happy? A babe should be an addition to your already full life. So if you're constantly just auditioning guys to find Mr. Right, it's like that's your whole purpose right now. This is really giving Carrie Bradshaw and her friends Sex and the City vibes. I hate that concept of having your whole life built around finding Mr. Right. Along the way, when you meet someone and you get to know someone, I don't think it's a bad thing to be 100% invested. If you find someone that piques your interest, I don't think for a second that it's a bad thing for you to be 100% invested in getting to know this person. Because to me, I look at it as this is a person. This person who has worth as well, who has self-worth as well. And I need to look at you how I want to be treated. I want to know that when you're dating me, like, you're genuinely invested in getting to know me. And if you're not, and it turns out to be that you're a pig, that's on you. It's not on me. But that doesn't change the way I view you as a person. That doesn't change the way I view men as a person. Just because you decide to be a pig, I cannot go around treating every man as if they're all pigs. If I'm a person who wants to be treated with value, if I'm a person who feel like, no, when someone's getting to know me, I want the person to be really invested in me, I'm also going to treat you the same way, because I'm not looking at you as a pastime. I'm not looking at you as, oh, you're just one among the hundreds that I already have, because my whole life doesn't live to serve the purpose of finding a guy. You just happen to be someone that piqued my interest, and we share maybe the same values. You tick a lot of the boxes of what I want in a person. I am intentionally wanting to get to know you. I'm not about to stop being myself just because of the possibility that you're not going to pick me. I'm your second choice. Just because of the possibility that I could be your second choice, I'm not about to not be myself because of that fear. I'd rather be honest and open, while at the same time mentally monitoring your consistency to see if the person is serious with me or not, to see if they meet what I want and need in a person. And if you turn out to not be the one, I'm not thinking, gosh, I wasted my time, I could have two others as backup. Having a guy or a woman in your life is not the ultimate measure of success. Just do you, and then the right person will come along. I would rather be invested wholly in that one person when they come. And when I say invested wholly, I mean I'm not going to change the things that I'm already doing and the things that I enjoy doing, whether it's going out with my friends, whether it's doing fun activities. I would rather be wholly invested in one person when I meet someone. And if it turns out to be that this person is the one, great. If it turns out to not be the one, it's fine as well, because it doesn't change from my existing life. I already have a full life. So I'm not pissed that I didn't have a backup. I feel like we shouldn't be in the business of juggling, man. Like, you know how many facts there is to remember about a bunch of different people? Like, what if one guy told you that he's allergic to peanuts, and then you forgot which one was it who's allergic to peanuts, and then you made something with peanuts in it and gave it to the one who's allergic? Whether this one person whom I've invested all my dating time and energy in looks at me as a prize or not, that's on them. I'm not in competition with the guy that I'm dating to show him how big of a catch am I. If you don't see me as a catch, it's fine. This is not a dating show. This is not Love Island. So if you don't see me as a prize, that's okay. Someone else will. In the meantime, I'm going to keep doing the things that make me happy. I'm going to keep making YouTube videos. I'm going to keep traveling. I'm going to keep hanging out with my friends. I'm going to keep hiking. I'm going to keep playing badminton, doing the things that I love. And then along the way, I will meet someone who does see me as a prize, and I will still invest the same energy that I did previously to the guy who didn't see me as a prize to this new person, because this is a new person. This is not the previous person. I am not thinking, oh, the last time I had a bad experience, you know what, so this time I'm gonna date this person, but I'm gonna have a bunch of backup. I feel like we really need to be intentional with our dating, and just because of a bunch of bad experiences, that doesn't mean that we should change the kind of person that we are. And that's just my thought. Let's treat humans like humans and stop using your past experience with some other person as the measure of how you're going to treat this new person. Like, that's not fair. Anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? I feel like this particular take might be like a 50-50. Like, some people might agree, some people might not. Let me know. I would love to hear your comments. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell, because I upload new videos at least once a week. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.